Hello and welcome. We are the Death Battle Cast on the Death Battle Cast.
Hey.
What? That was the whole point of the name.
Good. I know it was. I know. You did it.
I'm Ben. I play Wiz in Death Battle.
Yeah, I'm Sam. I write some of those death battles.
I'm Tori. I animate some of those death battles.
I'm Chad. I play Boomstick, and I'm back. Hey.
Hey,
You guys, you miss me?
How's double kid life?
It's doubly hard.
You're full-time
But
daddy
awesome.
now.
You're full-time
No
dad.
free hands.
No, yeah, it's 'cause in case you guys don't know, I was out of the office on paternity leave because we had our second child. As a boy, his name is Logan.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Everything went really good. I'm still insanely impressed with my wife because I've now watched her give birth to 2 kids with not a single drop of painkillers. It's
Wow.
Oh my God, that's
Not
it's
even like a
mind-blowing.
Tylenol too? Like just
no,
like,
nothing.
She just wants to just test her limit or
Dude,
something?
I don't know, but it was crazy. Like,
You
it-
can do it. She's Goku out there. Like,
I can do it. One more.
dude.
the next time it's gonna be Super Saiyan.
I'll tell you what. If anyone's gonna go Super Saiyan, like in real life, it's gonna be a woman giving birth. Like no one. I'm just gonna say it right now. Like it's crazy.
If that happens, do you come out as Super Saiyan? Like, do you have to work for it?
yeah, and then just.
Yeah, and then like now
Fat
you're.
or it's kidney stones. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Kidney stones.
But yeah, no, everything went good. Everybody's super happy and healthy, and we're adjusting to life with a 5-year-old daughter and new baby. So she's stoked about being a big sister, and he's a pretty chill baby so far, but just not a lot of sleep, which is why I see like the bags under my eyes. So that's been fun. But hey, I'm back. I'm happy to be back.
Well, and we got to thank our sponsor for this episode, Dollar Shave Club. We'll have some information about them and a good deal that you can get with them later on in the show. And as always, you can interact with the show with the hashtag DeathBattleCast. We will be getting to our community death battle pretty soon. Last week's was different.
What'd you guys do?
We talked about sexual predators.
It was Chris Hansen
Okay.
from How to Catch a Predator versus the Punisher
From How to
From
Catch a
the
Predator.
Punisher.
from the Punisher against each other, not just in a battle. I guess there's like a battle to how many predators they can catch, and I'm still unsure about whether or not
the
it was.
original concept was supposed to be the Punisher catching like predators, the monster.
Right.
And
See, I
then
thought it
Chris
was like- I
Hansen
thought it was
catching
sexual predators.
No, because the Punisher would clearly win. We'll talk about that.
Ooh,
soon
what
enough,
about
I'm
a
sure.
predator that's a sexual predator?
See, that's the ultimate catch.
We did that. We did that scenario.
God, that's a great idea for a skit. The
That's
sexual
just a
predator.
sexual
we
predator.
did that
Yeah.
scenario. We was talking about how he would use this wrist thing to that's how he was communicating instead of being online.
He's just like ASL.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be
I don't
the
know what-
alien, basically?
Or alien?
Yeah, like the face hugger and all
I mean,
that.
I guess if you want to look at that kid, man, then all face huggers are sexual predators. I mean,
kind of what it
Yeah.
is.
that's gross.
They sort of rape you
Oh.
to the wrong
let's
hole.
just-
I mean, I
but,
guess,
you know.
yeah,
Let's just go
back and we're already
mull
talking
right
about
over it. We don't want to ruin what's Ridley Scott's legacy here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so let me get this straight. It's Chris Hansen versus the Punisher in a test to see who can catch the most predators, the alien.
See, I
Is
thought
that-
it
is
was, I
that
thought
what we
it was
ended on?
sexual predators.
I don't know. It was these guys' idea.
Him.
Whatever. His idea. We'll just see what the community thought.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
So let's just get to that right away. We can bring up the. There they are.
All right. Somebody drew it.
What
Okay.
in the world?
Okay.
Somebody drew it.
Caleb, this is from Caleb Bittinger. Chris would be able to track down more predators as he has entire teams supporting him.
Oh, that's true.
Also, by these images, he has before. Is that a real thing? It's got to be a joke.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay.
This has to
And
be
he
a real
can read.
thing.
He can read predator speech. Like he's reading it.
I've
Whoa.
seen
What's going on?
the Predator has like crossed over with almost everything.
Okay.
So
And like to catch a predator, like that is bound to have happened. Like
Well,
mean, the
okay.
joke
I don't
was
know if
too
that
strong.
last image is just a Photoshop. 'cause
Yeah,
we can't
oh,
see the
it
whole
looks
thing.
like it's a
But
Photoshop.
that'd be really funny if they did a How to Catch a Predator episode with the Predator.
It would. All right, Eric Morrison. So this is a stretch. Ben,
It
Ben
disappeared.
takes a sip
Hello.
of his beer.
Can you bring it back up real
Yeah,
quick?
can we pull it back up so I can read the
We
second
need to
one?
be able to.
Thank you.
the thing.
All right, so this is a stretch, but bear with me. The Punisher would be the first to find a predator, not because of his natural ability to find one, just because it exists within his world, and he has met someone who has already seen a predator, Archie. Wow.
that's fair.
okay.
So is Predator like the Kevin, or is Archie like the Kevin Bacon of the comic world?
Pretty much.
Like, what's your Archie number?
Yeah.
Or I guess, yeah, he'll get you to anything. Interesting.
Like the Predator with his Hello Kitty tank top on. That was funny.
So, not surprising, but it seems like we didn't really have a lot of passion behind that one, guys. Might not have been the best choice.
It was brilliant in concept.
It was brilliant in concept. But,
Was it really? I'm not
Yes.
really sure.
Yeah, because he came up with like a bunch of ways the Punisher would castrate the predators that
That
he
was a
found.
funny talk, yeah.
That was hardly related. Like, that wasn't about them catching predators. So, I don't know. Oof.
Congratulations. I'm just going to go with the Punisher.
Because he's an
The
actual
Punisher, because he's the
superhero.
fucking Punisher.
I'm gonna go with
And
Chris Hansen.
is a person.
Chris
Because he's
Hansen is a dude.
everywhere and he has a whole team.
I do like the argument that he's got a team.
Yeah.
He's got multiple people working with him. So actually finding the predator might be easier for them.
Punisher just kill him.
Catching
Yeah,
the
find
predator,
him first.
probably not.
Yeah, find him.
What is Chris Hansen's life actually like?
Now?
Well,
probably
just
rich.
in general, yeah, but
probably
sure,
hanging
like, I
out.
mean, he spent most of his life just like hunting disturbed people.
I guess.
It's got to be a weird life. Like he was the most, like if Mr. Rogers was a bounty hunter, like that's Chris Hansen.
Rogers was a bounty.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah, that's like it's got to be a weird life, man.
Now I
want,
need
like,
to
I
see
want the
that. I
behind
need
the
to see
scenes,
that.
like a
Mr.
VH1
Rogers as a
behind the
bounty
Predator thing. Like, what is his life?
Who did Mr. Rogers hunt? Like other puppets?
Well,
He's friends with the puppets.
Yeah, but like some puppets
Mr.
might
Rogers
go.
wouldn't hunt anybody.
He did,
I
though.
think
Wasn't
for
he like a Green
for
Beret or
for
something?
a
wasn't.
stint
Everybody
there,
says
I
that he
think it was.
Everybody says that he was like a sniper. Or
Like
something
rogue,
like that, but he actually
rogue
wasn't.
puppets. That
I don't know where that rumor came
bad.
from.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
You're in my neighborhood.
I'm gonna give this to the Predator because honestly, I think the Predator could probably get away from both of them.
That's a nice twist. I
surprise
like
twist.
it.
Yeah.
Good job, Shyamalan.
Chris Hansen corners him and he just disappears.
Yeah.
Cloak.
Yeah, he cloaks.
But that's the thing too, is like, what's gonna happen? Even if it's like, once you find the predator, what's his next step?
That's what I'm
like,
saying, yeah.
Because normally, what's in Chris Hansen's arsenal is just embarrassment. It's the look at all the cameras are on you,
And the
shame.
cops
Don't
are
like,
usually outside.
Don't
Catch
put
them.
down his extremely calm talking voice.
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna lull the predator into his false
He's just gonna make
false
him
sense
feel
of
bad.
security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be like, so what have you done, Predator? And he's gonna click, 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 and like,
Right?
I
And
don't
then
know what he
he'll
does.
cloak, and then like a few minutes later, they'll be like, we lost them. Chris Hansen will be like, give it a minute. He's
And he
gonna
just
come
comes
back.
out of,
comes
he's all
back and he's, like,
depressed,
kinda
still
like,
like,
head down.
This is great.
oh, I did it.
So I picked Chris Hansen.
So we got Predator or
Punisher.
Hansen, Predator.
Punisher. It's a fucking
Right.
Punisher.
Punisher wins. Congratulations. That
I hope
happened.
you feel happy about that.
Thanks to those of
came
you
up
who
with that
spent
as
the
a
effort
group.
of actually participating in that one.
We
I
came up-
wanted it to be Punisher versus Predator,
Okay.
That would have been cool.
but you know, whatever. Thank you for putting up with our bullshit there. Hey, you should check out our not bullshit matchup that's coming up. It's gonna be Metal Sonic versus Zero. We just released a preview for Zero. This is the Zero from Mega Man X. I a couple times while voicing the episode,
kept saying Zorro.
I said Zorro, like Rora Nora Zorro.
Rora Noah. Rora Noah.
Roll.
God,
The one
you want to
from
talk
Fire.
about names that suck to say in the
Yeah.
VO booth, and it's like every time they're like, Rora Noah Zorro. Yeah,
We had to repeat that so much that's now ingrained into my memory, and whenever any kind of Z name comes up, I'm just gonna start saying it.
Yep, probably.
So that preview's out right now, and we just released a new Desk of Death battle written by Sam here about the secret adventures,
The new adventure.
the new adventures
Of Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
It's a special one.
it's a comic he found. It's weird.
It's written by Grant Morrison, who writes everything. The JLA, New X-Men, like the list goes on. Superman, Final Crisis, like he's just like he
And
writes
Adolf
all of
Hitler.
it. And then just one day he was like, "How about we mash out some new Hitler comics?" And everyone was like,
Is Hitler like in a
guess.
comic book universe with superheroes?
He is not in this
no,
one,
no.
but like Hitler's existed in like he's in DC, and I'm pretty sure he's in Marvel.
I
Was that
almost
Blue in
wrote,
Marvel? That's how Captain
I
America
almost,
was.
I almost wrote a script about that just because, like, it bothers me that Hitler, like Captain America, has punched Hitler in the face, and like since he's a good guy, he didn't kill him. Could you imagine like Captain America going back to the general and be like, "Did you find Hitler?" And he's like, "Yeah, beat him up really good." And he's like, "You didn't fucking kill Hitler?" Like, we're in the middle of World War II, you asshole.
I'm
like,
Captain America.
I don't kill people. Like,
could've at
no,
least captured him
I
or
don't
something
care.
and brought him back.
Like, you could be the nicest person in the world. Like Vash Stampede kills Hitler. Like, he's
Yeah.
got some moral lines, but he kills Hitler.
Vash
Like,
Stampede would kill Hitler.
yeah, like fuck you, Captain. That's the least patriotic thing you could do. In fact, Hitler's more patriotic because Hitler killed Hitler.
Do you think Kenshin Himura would kill Hitler?
Yes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
anyone would kill Hitler.
Yeah.
Killing Hitler is like becoming the best American.
Like he's the villain that those like nice moral like heroes. That's when they be like, okay, I am gonna kill him. Like that's the villain you gotta
He's
have.
the penultimate villain.
Yeah.
Like even like villains don't want to be associated with Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Emperor Palpatine would kill Hitler.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Like
Like,
Hitler's that thing that like, as weird as this is, kind of brings everybody together in hatred. You know, because
oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, no doubt.
you could be like, we disagree on everything, like down to the smallest thing, but then it's just like, what do you think of Hitler? It's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like,
I mean, that was part of World War II. Is like we were not happy with the Russians, but we were like, we both hate Hitler. And they were like, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck this guy. Let's team up. Like,
but anyway, so there's this whole comic series where he's it's about his youth over in England, right?
yeah, in Liverpool.
In
yeah.
Liverpool, yeah. And then it gets weird. You guys should go watch the episode. It's weird.
It is weird.
yep.
Comics are weird.
Yeah, especially when
shit.
they start bringing in people like Hitler.
Yep.
But
I like the ones with Santa Claus.
I
so
do like the ones with Santa Claus.
He's in a lot of comics.
That's
too.
a jolly weird.
so moving on back to Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Not a Nazi.
that we know of.
Ben didn't seem too sure of that.
Yeah.
He was like,
Well, he
back
was
to
made-
Zero, who's not a Nazi.
He was made by
Or
Dr.
is he?
Wily. He was made by Dr. Wily,
Who's
so
not
he
a
was originally intended to be a villain.
Yeah.
But then he got his personality swapped with Sigma through some
Who is not a
crazy
good?
magic.
He's not a bad guy. Sigma,
Originally, Sigma's like the leader of the Maverick Hunters.
which is
Good guy.
Good
like,
guy.
He's like the super
Okay.
robot police.
I don't know a lot about Mega Man.
Well, you
This
should
is
watch the
informative.
preview.
I just wanted to know. Like,
No,
Why do I watch it? You're here to tell
So
me.
Sigma's like the hero of the robot world.
well, I watched it and he mentioned Sigma kind of like in a neutral, like he just shows up and does.
Shows up to
I
stop
didn't know.
Zero from killing everybody.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then they swap personalities because of this virus that Wily put in there for some reason,
Sure.
or whether it was intentional or not, I think is kind of up to debate.
Okay.
The Freaky
But-
Friday virus.
Yeah,
the Freaky Friday virus.
that made
I love
Zero
that
Zero.
movie.
Yeah, good one.
You do?
Yes.
They don't do flips.
But they switch
Or
bodies.
fight.
And
Yeah.
she has to see all the depressing shit that her mom goes through. It's fucked up.
And plus, it's
So fun.
I'm sorry. This is the first time in my life when somebody's like, described Freaky Friday as fucked up. Like, cause that's the first thing that jumps to
when
your
you think
mind.
about
yeah,
it,
two people
kinda
switch
is.
bodies.
and it's like a mother and daughter at that. It's fucked up. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Like, what if
and
her
then,
flings or something
isn't-
like her mom flings or something tried to like, and he's like, well, we do this every Friday, and now she's got to like play it off or go with it. It's fucked up.
She's
Go
actually
with it?
17.
Yeah,
like,
no.
it's not very
Fucked
cool.
up.
But isn't it Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
Yeah, before she was like on drugs and shit.
Yeah.
Good times.
Daughter's getting like
Disney
dick pics
Channel.
and stuff, but it's a mom getting the dick pics.
It's tough.
Fucked up. Carry on.
That's weird.
Freaky Friday's a good
They
movie.
don't do that in the movie though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like.
Wait, hold on. Unless
Obviously,
which
no.
version did you watch?
Torian has plenty of Freaky Friday fanfic. We don't need to go.
Yeah,
there, though.
apparently.
It's clearly weird.
Is there a version of Freaky Friday where this kind of stuff happens?
Yeah, except and then it turns out that
Twisted Tuesday
Turns
or
out that the boyfriend is Tom Hanks from Big,
There you go.
and they don't call him that because of the movie.
When you said Big, I thought about Big the cat from Sonic. Let's go.
Oh,
Move
now
on.
Big the cat's here.
What?
We're way off the rails.
It's part of Freaky Friday now?
So that's the Zero preview, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Big the Cat is not part of it.
Zero's not a Nazi.
Zero's not a Nazi.
Not sure.
But we're not entirely sure.
But he's a cool robot dude with a laser sword.
Actually, we learned a lot about Zero. Like there was way more because I love Mega Man. Like but I played the games, watched the Ruby Spears cartoon show when I was a kid.
Which is a little different. I mean,
yeah.
Mega Man X in particular
Yeah.
is a weird beast because it starts off, like the first few games start off very similar to the Mega Man games, where there's a story, but it's not really like front and center. It's not really like that big of a deal.
Right.
But then as the games progressed, they started adding like cutscenes and then voice acting. Fantastic, absolutely superb voice acting that everybody loves.
What are we fighting for? So good.
And then the lore of Mega Man just became huge somehow all of a sudden. And I don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know anybody who really cares too much about the lore of Mega Man other than the original story of like Mega Man was like a house robot for Dr. Light, and then all this bad shit happened, and he was like, I have to
fight,
make
yeah.
things right, and so he was equipped to be a fighter, and that's fun. The Mega Man X got like really convoluted, and I don't know
Well,
if
it was
it's
just
hard to follow for most people.
crazy when you guys start talking about it. And like, so Nick wrote this episode, and Ben and Nick are talking, and then they started talking about like Zero, what happened after, like, and he became like a spirit, and then like it just got all kinds of crazy. And I'm like, wow, how did we get here? Like, because for me it was like Zero's the really cool dude with the long hair and the sword, like, and it was awesome. To
Then
play
they
with
made
him.
Mega Man X Zero, Mega Man Zero. They made Mega Man Zero, and there are 4 of those.
On
Mega
the
Man is
GBA and DS, I think.
yeah, Mega Man is not in it, even though it's called Mega Man Zero. It's all about Zero.
And they're good too. I remember the second one being dope.
Yeah, they're pretty solid games, but the story in that is that somehow Zero's spirit, he like dies at the end of Mega Man X8 or whatever the last one was.
Spoilers, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, but he's not dead entirely because he gets put into a new body that just so happens to look very similar to his old body.
Of course.
He's a robot.
But then his old body is inhabited by a new person who becomes the villain of the whole thing.
It's happening. What?
Yeah, it's
So he's back to
crazy.
being the
And
villain,
then
but it's
after
not
that,
really
he
him.
blows up again and becomes a Power Rangers toy for another kid. Who
If
can turn
they
into Zero.
if they made it now,
What?
It would just be funny. Like I think they would just be like, oh yes, and then he went to the cloud, and we would all be like, oh okay. Like, you know, like now it's easy.
What
like
was that
back
last
then they're like,
part?
I don't
He
know, a
becomes a
spirit.
toy?
Like
There's a game I can't. It's like
know what I
called
just
Mega Man
realized?
XZ or something like that, where there's these two. There's like a boy and a girl playable character, and they get these like.
is it like network battle?
No, it's not Battle Network. There's a completely
Battle
different
Network.
Zero in that. But these kids get these morphers basically that morph them into a Mega Man X style hero or a Zero.
Oh, like
style,
that weird Digimon season where they became the Digimon.
kind of. But they're like literal morphers. There's like
Okay.
a
What
device
Digimon
that
was
they
that?
hold that they.
You don't know?
No, I'm sure I do. I just can't remember.
Quick side question. Did M. Bison invent cloud technology before there was cloud technology?
Maybe.
When did Bison, when
'Cause
did
he can, like,
start,
upload his soul
Yeah, he can
energy.
upload his
Upload.
soul to his satellite and then get a new body.
I mean, that's not
Cloud's,
really
the concept of
cloud.
Cloud's like wicked old though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not like storing his soul on a hard drive somewhere.
He might be.
Like he's literally transmitting it. It's like a phone line, basically. It's like the spirit phone line.
But doesn't it
Send your
hang
spirit
out?
to another body?
Doesn't it hang out somewhere until he finds like an appropriate
Oh,
body?
I guess he stores it in like the psycho drive or whatever.
Yeah.
He can do that, maybe.
Which is a hard
I
job.
Also,
don't-
Ben, there's already a spirit phone line and it's Miss Cleo.
Well,
That is true.
Remember that? Didn't she get in trouble?
Digimon Power Rangers is what it was.
Digimon Fusion? Was that
Yes,
what it's
there it
called?
is.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew
Yeah,
Broadcast
yeah,
had
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that season's not bad.
They became the.
Yes, it's so
Digimon?
cool. It's so
Okay,
cool.
so
They
what
fight.
was really fun about it is
Why?
they went with this like, oh no,
Did somebody shake one up?
you got
fucking with me?
those.
Yeah, I know, but then
It's your fast car.
blame Austin.
It's your fast car.
I'd like to apologize to Broadcast for
Sorry.
Chad.
I'll clean it up.
Making a horrible mess.
He's just terrible.
They
clean
became
it up.
like Power Rangers,
Oh, look.
but like Digimon.
yeah.
Clean it up live.
Pretty cool.
will.
It was like
in front
the
of us.
bio-evolution thing.
Yeah.
Biolution. God, the words.
That
We were
season was
talking
cool.
about Digimon the other day, and we were like, Digivolution? Which one is it? Like,
Oh
they
yeah,
just have the
their
words.
evolution is
Digivolution.
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 It's not Digievolution or Digital Evolution
Or
Digivolution.
Digivolution.
or Digolution. What?
Digivolution.
Digivolution.
Digievolution.
Digivolution.
That's like my
Digivolution.
favorite cartoon when I was a kid. All
Digimon was awesome. Digimon had like the best theme song ever, even
never
though it's like the
watched it
same
as a
thing over
kid.
and over.
I never watched
Ever.
it.
No, I
And then I got a chance to remake that one part where Agumon goes into Greymon. That was
Pokemon
really
vs.
fun.
Digimon.
I love that.
see. I think Digimon, like when I tried watching it as a kid and I couldn't really get into it. But later on, I tried watching it again, and I feel like when they were bringing it over to like the West, they really tried to market it towards the same age group that was watching Pokemon at the time. And Digimon, the story of it's a lot heavier
Yeah.
than what I think kids those days were used to. Like,
Your mom died. We're gonna go to Digital World and find
yeah,
it. Like, whoa.
one of the main
Find-
plots is about two kids who their parents divorced, and in Japan, when parents get divorced and they have kids, each one can claim custody of the other one, and you're not supposed to tell, if they're too young, you're not supposed to tell the other parent or the other kid that you are their parent. This is
What?
a thing. Yeah, it's
What?
something along those lines.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kept secret and all that. Basically separate them entirely. And that's kind of a plot point with like two of the main characters. And so they kind of tried to soften it for the Pokemon crowd when they brought it over, but it's still there, and I think that's a lot headier and
Wow, I didn't get
darker
that at
than
all.
anything Pokemon ever had. It's, what are the names? Matt and the little kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then the little kid
got
thinking
you.
Ty is a better older brother when
Sure.
really Matt was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to protect him the whole time. Like, it's a more serious story going on than I'm gonna become the greatest Pokemon master ever. Pikachu, let's go.
Like, your
Ash
parents
is just
divorced.
like blindly ignorant,
just
going
sad.
online.
Like, Ash's dad is gone, but we don't know what happened and it doesn't matter.
Well, it's never a thing like, oh, my dad died. It's just like,
Yeah, they
we
never
can
mention
animate another character. Like, that's what it feels
Like,
like,
they
where they were just
never-
like, not worth their
I
time.
never say anything about it. I think it's Professor Oak.
Yeah.
It's that
They
Japan.
live next
serious.
door.
It's that Japan divorce thing. Can't tell him. Can't
And they live next door, so it makes sense.
Gotta help him train like little fighting monsters. Yeah.
This is a theory that's been long explored because people are always like, why do you think he just like gives him a Pokemon and sends him out on his adventure? And he even gets his nephew out of there too because like, yeah, Gary, and your nephew's gonna go out too. Is everybody get out of the house?
Professor
and he's
Oak
just,
got Gary.
Yeah, Oak's over there just laying the roots down, you know?
Professor Oak got Gary, and Ash's mom got Ash, which is probably the shittier of the two, but Japanese divorce.
Really? You're going to take Gary's side?
Gary's a way better trainer.
He's just
than
thinking because he rolls around in the car full of ladies.
Ash. That too.
Yeah, but no offense to people named Gary. His name is Gary. Like,
Not
that's
the
like
best name.
That's what I would call like a really,
No,
really lazy
Sam.
fat cat. I would be like,
Sam,
hey, Gary.
that's not his name. His name is Gary motherfucking Oak.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
or blue, like, you know,
or green.
yeah. Enough shit
funny.
talk about Gary. Just Gary spoiled all Garys for me. I remember as a kid just being like fucking hating Gary.
Why? He was like super
he was such a
successful.
fucking tool.
Gary was an asshole in the
Yeah,
original
Gary's a
show.
tool, man.
I mean, he had every right to be though. He was the best.
Well, and whenever he popped
Fuck
up to
you,
fight
Ash.
you, it was the most inconvenient time. You're like really excited about the thing you're
the
about to
game.
do. Like, I'm about to go fight like some big trainer or something, and you're ready to go, and then all of a sudden Gary's like, me first, and you're just like, God damn you.
Yeah,
like,
there was no warning that
yeah.
he was going to come up. I think now in the new Pokemon games, your rival will come up and be like, "Hey, meet me in front of this building and we'll fight."
So you could choose.
Oh,
right.
They could be like, "Okay, I know when the fight is going to happen. I can go heal up my Pokemon and then go do the fight or whatever, and I can plan." But in the old games, he would just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, you been battling all day? Cause I'm fresh as fuck. Let's go.
I know, right?
Like, what up, bitch?
Oh, going at the end of the boat in the first game. There's that boat that you have to go through, and you fight all the trainers or whatever, all the sailors. And then he's at the very end, right before you get to the captain to get cut or whatever you're supposed to get from him. And after all that, like you've been battling everybody, you're screwed. You're dead.
I think it's Sir.
Oh yeah. Or it's also like, oh hey, see you're about to fight the fire gym. Oh, bet you have a whole lot of water Pokemon, don't you? Well, I just happen to have like all grass. No, like,
He's a dick, man.
Bro, that victory bell.
no,
Fuck Gary.
piece of shit. Gary cuts deep. Speaking of cutting,
There we go.
that didn't go as well as I thought.
Transition.
Man.
Yeah, hey, guess what? This episode is brought to you guys by Dollar Shave Club. So listen, it's important. You need to make a smarter choice when it comes to your shaving needs. Dollar Shave Club is super convenient. Listen, you don't need to run out to the store, which I hate. Have you guys ever had a razor where like you're about to go and you look at it and you're like,
There's rust on this.
yeah, like that's
Damn.
that's the thing that's good. Yeah, I don't think rust getting in my pores is gonna be good. And then you gotta run out to the store and it's a huge pain.
Tetanus shot.
Or a tennis shot. But Dollar Shave Club is delivered straight to you. So you'll always have a fresh quality razor at your disposal. And listen, the other thing, I'm sure we've all tried those disposable razors because you're like, it's cheap, it's a razor, whatever. And it just feels like you've
Not
taken
good.
off parts of your skin and the redness doesn't go away and it's awful. And then on the other hand, you're like, oh, I'll get a good razor, so that doesn't happen again, and it costs like $1 million.
And it also helps you not have to get tetanus shots.
Also that.
That's good.
Yeah, and it costs a bunch of money for the gimmicky razors. But listen, with Dollar Shave Club, you get the best of both worlds. You get affordability and quality. But my favorite part, here it is. It's using the Dr. Carver shave butter. Remember, Torian, you tried this last time.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. So listen, it gives you an incredibly smooth shave. And it's great because it's clear, so you can actually see, which is something I never knew I needed or wanted when I was shaving.
Yeah, it was a mind-blowing experience the first time. You're like, oh, I can see what I'm shaving. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So especially if you're trying to get like a more precise shave. So you can make the smarter choice and join Dollar Shave Club. For a limited time, new members get their first month of the executive razor. Just pull it out.
Oh.
Oh, it's already armed. I didn't even notice. Wait, there we are.
Oh.
Here you go, Vanna. So you get your first month of the executive razor with a tube of their Dr. Carver shave butter for only $5 with free shipping. After that, razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. In your first box,
No.
you get an awesome weighty handle, which seriously, there's some good weight to that thing. A full cassette of 4 cartridges,
Oh.
and a tube of their
Third
shave
player
butter.
enters the ring.
Who's that?
Yeah.
No.
Your first month replacement cartridges ship automatically at their regular price. Listen, there's no commitments, there's no hidden fees. Cancel whenever you want, and you can only get this offer exclusively at dollarshaveclub.com/cast.
third player.
So make the smarter choice. Head to dollarshaveclub.com/cast, and really go try them out. You guys won't be disappointed, and it helps us out a lot because then they see that you went to the place that we were like, go, and then they're like, yay. It helps.
do it.
Yeah.
Let's shave you right now on the cat.
You want to?
They can make a good razor.
There we go.
Don't shave.
You gonna
Yes.
shave?
It's weird.
Yes, please do it.
No, don't shave.
Yes, do it.
I'm gonna shave everything.
What are you
shave.
shaving?
But don't
Shave
shave
like a patch
anything.
right in the middle of your fucking goatee. Just do it. Just
you
shave
want?
a patch.
Nothing. I'm
Just
saying.
right here? Just
Yep.
shave straight
Go home
down.
and shave in the privacy of your bathroom.
Have you ever tried to
like
shave in
an
a
adult.
preview monitor?
No, you shouldn't try.
Damn, some people like to watch people
reversed.
shave.
He's already started. He can't take it back.
Oh no.
heard-
That is an
Big.
interesting
Uh-oh.
shaving fetish that you're.
You can get yourself
helping
like a little
people with.
lineup right there. You know,
Heard.
get your little lineup going.
See, look, it's clear.
Yeah, I don't even know that you put it.
You're
in
just
like
gonna
it's not even
shave
there.
one cheek. They can't even tell.
Oh yes, you can. Look.
Can y'all boost on the 8K so we can get the detail in here?
He's smoother. Look at him.
We need like a
One cheek
ultimate
smooth.
zoom
Look
in.
at that.
Turn that other cheek. Before and after. After. Before. After.
You can't tell.
It worked.
You might not be able to tell,
Is it good?
but I can.
I could tell.
That's a smooth, silky shave right there.
I know. I
yeah.
use Dollar Shave Club at home. Like I get it. It's
I heard
dope
the blade
shave.
cut
It's
his
the best
hair.
shave you can do.
The
But
blade's kind of.
Yeah, feels nice. Go do
Oh,
that
hey.
thing, please.
I got something to share too.
What?
We have a brand new shirt coming soon, and you can get it at RTX first. It's right here.
Oh my God!
Da 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 da.
Jesus fucking Christ! Look at your pecs. Look at your goddamn pecs.
Flex it.
I
He's
wish
trying
I
to
could,
bounce
like,
him.
Do the Terry Crews
the
thing.
flexing or whatever.
Do it
No,
with your
I
hand.
can't do that.
I wonder
not
how
that
you
good.
learned to Terry Crews.
But anyway, this shirt is awesome. So it'll be available for the first time ever at RTX, and if you're coming there, you can hang out with us, meet us. We have some panels, and of course, the Rooster Teeth is doing their whole thing there.
Yeah.
Achievement Hunter, Funhouse will be there. Everybody's gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an awesome time, and we're gonna be selling these.
Speaking of
Love
RTX.
to see people wearing these around RTX.
Yep. Speaking of RTX, just want to give you guys a heads up. So, one, like Ben said, we've got some panels. So, on Saturday morning at 9:30, we're putting on the Death Battle panel. So come hang out with us. We got some really exciting stuff we're going to show off. Also, we're putting on the nighttime programming with Game Attack. We got a lot of really fun stuff. We've got Game Attack's doing this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire panel. Then we've got Game Attack versus Screw Attack versus Kind of Funny versus Mega 64. It's going to be
The
ridiculous.
Jamboree.
Yeah, someone may die.
It's gonna be.
Who knows? Because the competition has been crazy in the past, and that's usually just with 2 brands, and now we're going straight to 4. So, and then the next night we've got Mario Party with Sam, myself, Craig, and Bolin, and then we have the time-honored SGC tradition, which we're throwing a rave. So it's the RTX rave presented by Screw Attack. We've got Grimecraft, who's going to come out and be DJing, and we're really, really excited. So if you guys are coming to RTX, and if you're not, and you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, go! absolutely go. It's a lot of fun. We're there pretty much just to hang out with you guys when we're not on stage. So come, have fun.
Only one bit of bad news about RTX is that because we're going to be busy hanging out with everybody there, with you guys.
It's in a week.
We're not going to be able to shoot an episode of the Death Battle Cast next week.
Yep.
Just for next week. We're just going to take a quick break, go hang out with everybody at RTX, and then we'll be back as usual.
Although Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. we have a panel, and you should be able to watch that live stream as well.
That works too. That'll
Death Battle
basically
panel,
be our
yeah,
new
pretty sure.
Death Battle Cast
Yeah.
of the week.
Thanks. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. That fills the spot.
With
It's a
Save.
substitute.
Yeah.
With the
See, I
save.
know things that are happening.
With the
But-
save.
The videos that we show off there won't be streamed.
Oh.
So
true.
show up.
Well,
We'll have some new stuff to show
I
on.
don't know if the stream itself is first only, and in that case, maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of
Nah.
Damn.
Sorry, video's exclusive. Chad,
Because we're showing off stuff
Made a
that's
call.
like early. We don't need to get
Yeah,
started.
but that
Like really early. We got some
Yeah.
Like
stuff that's
first.
going up, but that's not going to be on the site for
Sure.
like 2 months or so.
Gotcha.
Like we got some really special stuff to show off. It's going to be great.
Yep.
I think that about covers the news of RTX, but we would love to see you guys there. And right now, let's bring up the out of context comic book panel of the week.
I live for these. Oh God. All right. I'm standing up for this.
Gotta go.
All right. Is that Wall? All right, Wall. Ah. I'll be hornswoggled. It's a mammal. I'm Cretaceous Sam, the roughest, toughest, rip-roaringest, rootin'-tootin'est varmint west of the tar pits.
Yo, somebody wrote this.
Is that from Toy Story 2?
And the only thing I hate's worse than a mammal is two mammals. I'm gonna drill you good.
Oh no!
What?
There's a twist. And then Nightcrawler's like, give me a break. All right.
Okay.
What?
All right. All right.
It sounds like Nightcrawler's had this happen before.
First question.
I'm gonna drill you.
Why is Nightcrawler here? Did he like teleport back in time?
You know,
probably
okay,
the Savage
that
Land.
is way simpler of a. Why is Nightcrawler here? It's like because Nightcrawler teleports around. Why is there a cowboy dinosaur? Far better question.
In the world of Marvel, there is an entire, it's in like the Arctic or Antarctic or something like that. There's a whole little space filled with dinosaurs in a jungle. It's called the Savage Land.
Yep.
Same with DC too, and it's inside the world.
Yes.
It's like
underground.
It's like the
center
thing
of the
that
earth.
Brendan Fraser did. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're little like wild dinosaurs. The most intelligent thing is this like pterodactyl named Sauron, who just wants to turn people into dinosaurs.
And get his
Yeah.
ring back.
He's got the best thing. There's this like he's mainly an X-Men villain, but there's this panel of him with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is like, if you can change DNA, like you can cure cancer. Why are you doing this? And he's just like, I just want to turn people into dinosaurs. Like he's a pterodactyl. It's like it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's like the most intelligent thing there. So
Really?
why there's something running around in a cowboy outfit quoting, I think that's what Jessie says in Toy Story 2
Story,
to introduce herself. The rootin' tootin'est,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well, that one's old
I don't
though.
know.
So which one of those came first?
Maybe Toy Story 2 ripped off that
Yeah.
weird random thing.
Somehow
I appreciate
highly
that this is
doubt
what we're focusing and not on the fact that the cowboy dinosaur wants to have sex with Nightcrawler.
No, he's just gonna drill him.
That's
And
sex.
what else does that mean?
In
Once-
90s slang,
He didn't have a drill.
he's just beating him up.
He didn't have any digging tool. It was just him
The only sharp thing he had was his teeth, which would be like a bite,
And his penis.
and his dick.
and his dick.
Yeah.
Well, you beat me to it. And his tail.
Wonder what T-Rex dicks were like. Move on.
No.
No,
Go
no,
for it.
no, you brought it up.
no.
Oh no, we have to explore this now. This
Yeah.
is what we do on the Death Battle Cast.
Do you think
you
it's,
see?
Broadcast is
you think
already
it's really
working
tiny
on
like
it.
its arms?
No, it's not.
Or-
But it sucks because he's probably the only creature that can't jerk off. Like the T-Rex.
Oh, that's so,
T-Rex
I mean,
can't jerk off.
I mean, I guess animals don't inherently, except some.
monkeys.
Mad
monkeys.
monkeys.
Monkeys will grab a frog, and that is
Like
the worst.
What about
What?
Yeah.
Have you not seen that video?
No.
Yeah, it's awful.
What did he do with the frogs?
It's a frog light.
All right.
Oh!
I don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, frog light. That's
Frog
the
light.
way to
there.
you know?
That's
Fucked up.
horrible.
That's awful
is
for
A
that.
lot like a
Definitely.
face hugger, honestly.
I think
when you get down to it.
I think
There
the
was some
frog would
face
be
hugging
like,
going on.
the frog would probably just be like, just eat me. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm pretty sure it died.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
I don't think you're gonna
Let's
survive
push
that.
off.
No.
Real quick though, fun fact about the Savage Land was that yeah, they're okay.
Why broadcast? Why?
Because
No,
they're good
stop.
people.
Hold on.
That's
Real
why.
quick.
Okay.
Did you guys Google T-Rex sex?
T-Rex dick.
Oh, T-Rex dick.
Who took
Okay.
this picture?
Dude, hold on. First of all, look at how pleased the female is. Look,
He's like, yeah.
He's a good lover.
yeah. And this guy's like, finally, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, that is honestly, maybe it's because of like they're in a compromising position, but that is the dopiest looking T-Rex I've ever seen.
I mean, I need to know who took this picture and where.
It's so
Like,
motherfucking people don't take pictures of dinosaurs. Not real.
how did they get the picture, Sam?
It's much more
You're a
modern.
3D animator, Torian.
You can tell it's more modern because
I'm
they
not a
kind of have the
photographer.
feather thing
I'm not
going
a
on too.
photographer, okay? I'm not gonna be out here taking pictures of shit. Like, why you gotta bring that up?
It was crazy when Torian got out his camera and recorded Pokemon and Digimon fighting each other.
No, I
said
made
it was
that.
not a
Way
photographer.
too far.
I made that. That is clearly photo that someone took.
It's even got the date in the bottom left.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
What is it? Is
Jesus.
the date's just like June 27th,
Zero,
negative
zero,
70
zero.
million?
Yeah, negative. Yeah, yeah.
Like, I bet you that was probably like in like a stock royalty-free site where, you know, photographers just submit pictures that they've taken.
Yeah, I appreciate the guy that
T-Rex.
finally got a picture of dinosaurs alive and also having sex, and he
he's
made it
not-
royalty
He's
free.
not alive
One
anymore.
photo we
'cause they
have
kill
of
you. They
actual
kill you once they
dinosaurs.
take pictures. So, just straight
This
to
is
the
the
cloud.
only way for him to take a picture and get away because they were
Yeah,
too
took the
distracted.
picture to the cloud, they killed him.
No, you just have to stand still and watch the whole thing. That's how dinosaurs work. You just don't move.
Vision's
See
based on movement.
Yeah, we've done this before.
See, there you go. So someone had to take that picture. If you know that,
What?
know what's
Pass.
happening in this
I don't
conversation
either.
anymore.
But hey, fun fact. Oh God, no!
Wow. That was something else.
Listen,
That was just.
wait a minute.
never in
So
my
you go-
life.
So you go through.
Who took that
You go
photo?
through my Facebook. You find
You
personal.
finally found that on your
find
Facebook?
personal pictures of me,
Is that a photo of you? Yes.
That was Torian
which
when
was
he went back
proof
to
that you
taking
can
a
take
picture.
pictures of dinosaurs. I didn't want to bring that up. I thought this was like a family-friendly family first show. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We just saw a picture of
Me?
a human having sex with a
It's
T-Rex.
clearly me.
They didn't throw that out
they
to
didn't
them.
put it
Oh,
up.
okay. Yes.
It was like you know it was at the very least dynamite.
Yeah.
You talk about the ultimate man card. You just be like, I fucked
I
a
had sex with
T-Rex
Into submission. Yeah.
Oh my god.
into submission.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Don't go to my Facebook anymore.
Where are we supposed to
I
be
Jurassic Parked it in that pit.
What? This is an excellent question. So, if you guys are finished talking about dinosaur sex,
Actually, I'm not. Well, sorry. Dinosaur sex, yes, but dinosaurs in general. Fun fact about the Savage Land.
oh right, you were gonna say something
Yes.
like 10 minutes ago.
I tried. So apparently there was a time when it was all the rage for people to import dinosaurs from the Savage Land because,
Yeah.
if we found out, of course, like rich people and stuff would be like,
Jurassic Park really
I want a dinosaur. Yeah, yeah. And so, but then they were really hard to take care of. It's like the people who import exotic animals or get like a pet that they can't take care of, and then they just release them, which is why in so if you've ever seen a comic where for some reason somebody's running through the desert and then a dinosaur appears, it's because somebody had imported it from the Savage Land and couldn't take care of it and then just set it free into the wild, which is really fucking irresponsible.
What kind of dinosaurs were they importing?
So when Venom possessed that T-Rex?
Somebody imported a T-Rex and set it on.
Somebody imported a T-Rex and then had just let it loose. So that's why they're.
Do you just open the gate? Like, here you go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, what are you holding? What are you
You're
using
gonna
to
get
hold
the
a T-Rex?
longest stick ever.
Yeah, how do you get the T-Rex away from your property?
You put cows on somebody else's property. That's
Just
I
make
think what you
just
do.
make a line of cows.
Do they eat meat? I thought dinosaurs eat vegetables.
Oh, hold on. Oh.
No, we're
Just ask if it's
no, we're gonna pass on that. He's obviously trolling.
No, I'm not. 'Cause
maybe-
my
it's
lizard
maybe
eats.
a
My
crumbly.
lizard eats.
Does your lizard have? Okay.
has teeth.
Hey guys, are you guys excited
Hey,
about
look, it's the
this?
Venom T-Rex.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
That one I assume the casting because it is not dino porn.
Yep.
From the Creme Stationist era,
What?
like the Paleolithic era.
Yeah.
station is there. The cram station is there.
God.
Shut up, you idiot.
Man, you tell you
learn your.
That was a stretch stuff.
It was.
It was a fucking stretch for that T-Rex, I'm sure.
So hey, are you guys excited about the classic Super Nintendo?
No.
Well, great.
Sure, I learned. Now here's the thing.
It's got dope games on it, and Star Fox 2, cool.
Yes,
Great.
but
I've played Star Fox 2, not that great.
I don't trust Nintendo right now.
Oh.
Because they released the NES Mini,
Okay.
and it was like, just everyone, it's sold out like crazy. They
Oh,
underestimated
there's
the
gonna be
demand.
like 13 of these.
And then, well, no, but here's the deal. So then, everybody tried to get it, and it never was like in consistent stock, and then they canceled production on it, right? And so, my worry here is that just shifted everyone to the mentality, right? They just trained them to be like, you better get your ass out there like day one and get one of these things, or you may never get it.
That's like clever marketing.
I swear to God, if they
is.
just put like a shitload of these things out.
That is a. It's a marketing tactic that's usually used for toys. I think that's why Furby got popular, because Furby was bought by a bunch of people, but then it sold out, and everybody saw this thing and was like, "Oh, this is incredible," but they didn't own it. But
Yeah,
everybody got
it's-
excited about it, and they went on bought it when it was restocked, and then everybody hated it.
It's artificial exclusivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to have a
and
Furby.
Nintendo does this all the time.
I used to have a Furby that lived in my closet
Yeah.
and I say that because it got buried under some shit and I didn't know where it was. And then every now and then it would just like, feed me, or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, where are you?
I had a Furby, but my sister put it in the microwave.
That turned out poorly, I'm sure.
She was
What the fuck, Torian?
mean.
Oh, she
Yeah,
did
no
it on
shit,
purpose.
she did it on purpose. Yeah.
I thought she was just like, maybe Furby was like, I'm cold, and she was like, I'll help you. Like,
That would have been funny.
I got you, Furby.
She put it in the
Beep, beep, beep.
microwave. She just wanted to destroy it.
How do I stop
I
this?
felt real
One
bad
way.
about it. So
that's one way to destroy it, yeah.
Did she just watch Gremlins?
probably. I couldn't fathom
Gremlins
where else
2.
she would have got that from. Like, just fucking put it in the microwave and turn the microwave on.
Did it ruin the microwave?
No, it just melted the toy.
You guys kept using the microwave after that?
It worked. It was a little.
seems
That seems like
Yeah,
highly
clean it out.
toxic.
There's enough metal in there. You think it would like,
was like one
start
of those
striking and
fucking-
like the batteries would explode.
Yeah, the
The
battery.
fur?
Actually.
Fast.
There should have been a fire at least.
Well, it didn't have batteries in it.
Oh, she took the batteries out.
Well, you just didn't. They ran out. We never replaced
Could you
them.
imagine if it was talking while this was happening?
No, we had like one of those fucking industrial. You can bake a turkey in this bitch microwave.
Oh, okay.
So that was a fun thing to do.
put shit in the industrial microwave?
Admittedly, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but like this fucking microwave can like cook cars. Like it was so, it was awesome.
Or Furbies, we've
Or
established
Furbies,
that.
like, and it would just destroy anything that you put in it with no repercussions.
All right.
So
Well, so you guys are kind of apprehensive about the SNES Classic then.
it's
That's
just that-
fine. It's got 21 very good
It's got a
games.
good list of games.
Yeah.
All of them I was like nice, but there's not many I could think of that I would like
Yeah.
on it. There's a few where I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice to have that game there. Maybe that's more iconic for me, but like it's a dope list.
I think we're also kind of a different case because I know a lot of us have held on to our games
Yeah.
from when we were younger, and so like, and ScrewTech has such a classic background. Like, we've always been in that. Like, so we've always had access to, you know, like Super
Yeah.
Mario RPG, Earthbound, like those classic games that are
Yeah.
huge that they're on this thing because those games are so expensive now.
Yeah, like I mean, I got my SNES is plugged into the TV with Earthbound in it at my house right now.
Right.
So for me, it's not like, and that's the only one of those games that
Oh,
I really
for
love.
sure.
So
This is more of a passing of the
I would
torch
honestly
kind of thing.
be, yeah, I would honestly be more excited if, like, and obviously it's not Nintendo, but if they did like a PlayStation 1 Mini, if they just did the same concept with the PS1,
Yeah, you know what? That'd be dope.
about it.
I mean,
I'm
it is
just-
all. This is. I've never played the NES one, but it's all like upscaled to HD, right?
Yeah, you put it in.
As much as it can
HDMI?
be.
Yeah, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
'cause
just not-
you're plugging in an SNES to a TV these days, and it's blurry as crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna sit down with it. Like it's
Sure.
even though it's mini and it's all nostalgic, whatever. I'm just not gonna sit down at my TV.
Well, good.
And
if
play
you guys don't
SNES.
buy one, then that means I have a better chance of getting one.
I'm going to buy one.
This is going to be like 3. I
How
know when
much,
the NES
how
came
much
out.
are they?
I like how the numbers went down.
They're $80.
$80.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
If they're not as like the NES Mini, I'll probably go buy one just because I think it's a cool thing to have, and like $80 is enough. Where it's like, I'll probably use that over my lifetime. And
You'll get $80 worth of enjoyment out of it.
Absolutely. I was kind of interested in the NES one, but when it first came out and I went to Target, they said that they had only received 2.
Yeah.
What?
The Target right across. It was a Super Target too.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big ass Target, and they only got 2.
Nintendo
Like,
hates
the
selling
Toys R Us nearby, I believe, only got 4.
Well,
So few of them.
I mean, there's part of it where they like that exclusivity, and then there's another part of it where they made like 1 billion Wii U's, and then they didn't sell them all. So they really.
That's because it was stupid. Now we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. That's
Yeah,
been talked
yeah.
to death. But
Yeah,
whatever.
but
It is cool though. In like for people that never had the chance to play those games, it's dope. Like, in $80 is pretty fair for 20
Earthbound is worth
iconic
$80.
classic games. Yeah, I mean, the cart. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
a
mean,
really good
but at
deal
the
for
same
some of those
point,
games,
like
yeah.
a lot of people say, everybody's always like, "Oh, it's not the same if you emulate it." I'm like, well, now that's what you're doing. You're just paying $80 for it to the people who deserve
does
the
have
money,
the same
sure. But
controller?
I also wonder what's up with like stuff like Earthbound, because that was made by Ape. Who gets their money? Like, I don't know who this even is anymore.
Nintendo.
I mean, I would assume that Nintendo just owns the rights to that. But
Yes.
Well, it's interesting.
although RPG's on that, right? Mario RPG.
yeah.
Yeah, which is
They don't own
Square.
all the characters. That's why Gino
Yeah.
never went into Smash Brothers because he's technically owned by Capcom.
No, Gino's not on.
Don't-
Why would
yeah, I thought
Capcom
he was
own
in-
Gino?
I think it's Capcom. No,
No, it'd be Square.
It's
Yeah,
Square. not
Square.
Capcom. Sorry. Yeah, it's owned by Square. That's why he never
'cause
showed
they
up in
created
Smash
it
Brothers
for-
or anything
yeah,
like
okay.
that, even though everybody was requesting it. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
that's-
because SquareSoft made that game, and that's
Nintendo-
SquareSoft before it was Square Enix and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Ooh.
stuff going on there.
I wonder if they got a loophole since it wasn't technically a sequel. Maybe
Maybe
they had.
I don't know. They might own distribution rights. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what'll happen?
But yeah, it'll be cool.
But that's the reason that
Yeah.
like GoldenEye was such a big pain in the ass, because of it was Fox, who owns the rights to
Yeah,
007 GoldenEye.
MGM. Oh, Golden. I don't know about GoldenEye.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but the reason that was such a pain in the ass, and like everyone was when they were on their kick of like we're bringing all these new games back and we're putting it on the digital market, and it was like GoldenEye, they couldn't do it because a movie studio was involved and there was a huge rights war, and so I still to this day, we
that's
don't have.
MGM because they were going through like a really chaotic time with keeping the James Bond rights a little while ago, actually. And I think that was around the time they were trying to re-release.
Yeah. So and that's why that GoldenEye game came out for the Wii, and it was like totally different. And,
Yeah.
it was awful.
I have way more nostalgia for the SNES than the NES, so I am
So do I.
excited about this one. I do think if they hit the like N64 mini, that would
my
be really
God.
dope.
That would be
I
amazing.
mean, the
Dreamcast mini.
SNES is probably my favorite.
Dreamcast Mini.
That's how you hated the Dreamcast.
What?
No,
No, that's Bolin. Bolin hates
I was
Dreamcast.
about to say that was like the only console I could afford.
Dreamcast
man,
is dope.
I was so stoked
Fucking burn
about
your
the
game.
Dreamcast. I went out. I had saved up for so long because I knew the release was coming.
Oh,
I went
man.
and I bought the
You had
black.
the black one, yeah.
I know. I bought the black. It was the Sega Sports Edition, I think is what it was. But I just wanted it because it was the limited edition black one, right? And I was like, this will
Yeah,
be
it was
cool.
hella dope.
But you remember, or if those of you don't or you're younger, the Dreamcast had a fucking horrible launch. When it came out, like I think it was like 40% of the consoles were defective.
I don't think it was anywhere near that bad.
Probably not, but I liked
was-
it.
I bought 2 of them. They were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
mine was fine.
I happened to
Defective
get
thing being a big deal, but
they had disc read errors. Really,
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad.
I did run into some of that, but when you burn them, they worked.
That's
Get you a CD.
that was the
the
problem.
first half of Dreamcast,
why I
by the way,
died.
if you own a Dreamcast, you can look this up online. The first half of Dreamcast will just straight up read CDRs, so you could just burn a game.
Burn them.
Anyway,
go to the pawn
I
shop?
never did it or knew about it until well after
Yeah.
the Dreamcast was gone.
Okay.
And like,
sorry.
Got a Dreamcast.
Oh,
so
no.
somebody said it one day, and they're like, "You can just burn Dreamcast games and they play." And I was like, "Well, that's dumb. No, you can't." and then I tried it, and I was
Sam.
like, "Oh."
Oh, Sam, you don't know. So we got a Dreamcast. The only 2 games I had was NBA Hoops and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, and I had those games for a year.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, dang, Mom, I want some more games. She was like, we don't got the money. I mean, we got the Dreamcast. I was like, cool.
Plus, when I
Yeah.
buy you shit, your sister microwaves it. I don't want her to microwave fucking Dreamcast.
So my friend, he's like, yo, I can get Dreamcast games on the low. I'm like, man, you got the plug? You gonna EB Games or something? You work there? He's like, no, go to the pawn shop.
Funko-Land. Sorry.
Funko-Land. I got stories about Funko-Land. But anyway, go to the pawn shop. And I'm like, the pawn shop? okay. Go to the pawn shop, and there's, the music section, there's CDs everywhere. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. There's a guy, we walk up to the counter, and he's like, yo, let me see the games. He's like, cool. He didn't even think twice about it. He pulled out the big CD case, he got the CD case similar, straight Dreamcast games. And they didn't have official art. They were just like CDs, and it had the names on the CD. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, bro, they work. Trust me. I'm like, well, let me get the Resident Evil real quick. Took it out. He was like, you want to see if it works? Pawn shop. You want to see if it work? I'm like, yeah. Popped that boy in the Dreamcast, and it worked. I was like, what? My boy came in specifically to get Resident Evil because his didn't work. He was getting the Disney era. He was like, man, this one ain't work. He was like, cool, I got a copy. He gave him a regular one that wasn't an official copy. Throw it in the Dreamcast. It worked. We went home. The bootleg copy worked in his Dreamcast, and the regular copy did not work. I bought 10 games that day.
How much were the games?
10 games. They were like 10 to 15 bucks a piece.
It's pretty good.
Man,
Yeah.
So eventually, out of 2 years, I had like a CD case just full of Dreamcast games, and we was just burning them boys. Like,
Oh my God.
You want that? You want the NBA hoops? Burning them boys. I did buy Sonic Adventure though.
You are the reason why the console.
I bought
failed.
Sonic Adventure though. I bought Sonic Adventure. All the Sonic games. We did buy NBA hoops because my bootleg version broke, so I just went and bought it. But that doesn't. I burned way more games though. Burn.
Okay.
I always
The reason
bought
the
them.
Dreamcast failed is because they didn't put a DVD player in it, and then the PlayStation
that
2 came out and just annihilated.
play.
it.
PlayStation 2 is just too good at everything.
Yeah.
You want that Fantasy Star? Burn that.
But anyway,
Speaking of
I
weird
got
shit.
I got the limited edition black console. Finishing my story, I got it
Didn't
home.
work?
It had the disc read error, and I was like, no. And then I brought it back to Toys R Us because back then that was one of the places you really bought like a lot of video games.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, no, we don't have any more. You can get the white one. And I was just like, all my waiting, like it was just gone. And I got the white one because I wanted to play, whatever it was, Skies of Arcadia.
I love that game.
yeah.
That's my favorite. JR.
That was after
I bought that
launch.
twice.
That was well after
Burned it
launch.
once.
I might have just confused what I was playing.
Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Edge.
Soul
Edge,
Calibur.
Soul Calibur, yeah.
Soul Calibur 1. It's
Soul
like
Calibur
Dreamcast
Fighters.
launch. They had like 6
I like
games
it.
at launch.
Yeah,
They were
that's when I
garbage,
first-
except for Sonic Adventures.
Yeah.
And Soul Calibur were like 10 out of 10s in their day.
That's what it was.
So,
I just confused it with later on. I
speaking
remember
of
playing Skies
consoles
of
though, did y'all
Arcadia.
see that Atari shit?
Atari.
Atari, they announced the other day, they're like, we're coming back, we're making another console.
Did
still
what?
around?
Are there any
Yeah.
more details on that? Because they
No,
did, like,
they
a
put out
teaser
this
on
little concept teaser video for it, and they just said, we're going to make a new console. It's going to be based on PC architecture.
Holy shit!
The Scorpion.
The rumors are saying that it's kind of like the Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah, everybody assumes it's going to be a throwback like the NES Classic.
Yeah.
Dude, how awesome would it be though, if in a few years we're talking about like, oh, here we have the PlayStation conference, the Xbox conference, and the Atari. Like if Atari makes it back and Sega's still just just making, what are they doing now? They're making gambling games, right? And mobile games.
Mobile games and casino stuff.
Yeah, Sega is, same with Konami.
Yeah.
Konami's like
Yeah,
all.
Konami's really bad about that.
Yeah.
At least Sega is kind of trying.
They want the money. Hey, look.
now.
They want the money. Like, look, these guys ain't buying games no more. We just about to go to this casino. People get drunk.
Yeah.
There's no windows. They don't know how long they in there. They like Sonic.
Yeah.
Play these casino games.
But yeah, I guess no information's really been shared. There's just some cool teaser. It's got a wood finish.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
console's gonna be.
You know how I
which is,
feel about
think,
that
why-
wood
Oh, yeah,
paneling.
Sam's
I'm
gonna
like,
be
yeah.
I think that's
But-
why people are saying oh, it's a throwback thing. I don't know if Atari's.
there we go.
Here it is.
Ooh.
I don't know if Atari is in a good enough position to. That would be a big risk if they try to enter the real console.
Dude, it'd be
war.
amazing though.
Well, no, didn't they sell to Viz Media or something a while ago? I thought they got
Atari
taken
still
over.
has a lot of licenses.
They
sure.
do.
They could do some interesting
They
stuff.
probably got some money. They probably been
But
waiting
if
in
they
the
have
shadows this
licenses,
whole
people,
time.
I don't know if they have licenses people really care about anymore.
They have sold a lot of them in desperation, but I don't know if they've done a limited license or a full sale. And whatever. We'll see. I'm excited. That's great. Competition breeds, quality. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
They're gonna just buy up
What
everything
if
that
they
was
came
canceled.
back out of nowhere and
be
were
awesome.
like, technically, we have the rights to Jumpman and we own Mario. And that would be the biggest thing in the game.
Then they start-
Atari just took Mario, they're like, ours, bitch. It would be
They start bringing
wild.
back all the games that was canceled. They bring back the PT. We got PT launch title. They're like, oh, we got Scalebound launch title. It's like, oh,
They still own Pac-Man, right?
we got Pac-Man launch
They
title.
did, I think so,
Oh.
yeah.
Miss Pac-Man.
Probably
Yeah, I
stuff.
think so.
But that's like, what are they gonna do? Like,
I don't know.
Centipede rematch? Like, how do you make Centipede new? Actually, they did that
They
on the
did.
PlayStation.
I was just gonna say
think,
they
yeah.
made that 2-player
Yeah.
like 3D.
Yeah.
piece.
Mario's been
Did
out of
they?
the limelight for so long. I don't know if anybody really cares that much.
They've been waiting. They've been waiting.
But
Slowly.
yeah, I mean, that would be one hell
They've
of
been
a
waiting.
story. Like,
They've been waiting.
Jesus. I mean, that'd be kind of the equivalent to the Dreamcast 2 being a real thing.
Yep.
They probably looked at that Xbox Scorpio console. That's real cute. That's real. Don't worry. Don't worry. They got it all building up.
I don't know.
It's gonna be
We'll
good.
see. But anyway, we got to move on to questions because we are running out of time. And every week you can send us questions with the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter, and we answer them right here live on the show. So
What's these questions?
let's bring up the first one.
Cody Lemming, a couple of Death Battle casts ago, you mentioned that Megazord vs. Voltron was one of the original 10. What are the other matchups? Let's see.
Original 10. Okay.
Goku vs. Superman, Mario vs. Sonic.
I don't know if there was an original 10. Like, I don't remember saying this, honestly. But, like, I don't know if there was an original 10. There was an original, like, when Death Battle first started.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, you called it the original 10.
Did I?
Yeah,
Okay,
I've heard
I'm
you say
sorry.
that, like, a
When
bunch
Death
of
Battle
times.
first started, there was an original 13. Because the first season was going to be 13 episodes, and the second season was going to be the next 13 episodes.
Yeah.
And the plan was to end with episode 25 is Goku versus Superman, and episode 26 would be either Chuck Norris versus
Sega
Saitama,
Sanshiro.
not Saitama, Sega to
Which
Sanshiro,
would work now.
Wiz versus Boomstick, or a combination of the two.
Yep.
And then Death Battle just kind of blew up, and we realized, oh, this is going to go way past episode 26. So we kind of shuffled things around. So pretty much all of the first, I think this is where the 10 came from. Pretty much all the first 10 episodes were what we wanted them to be. But then as of episode 10, that's when we started. I think that's around the time when Gooba versus Koopa got 1 million views. And we started thinking, oh, we could make this go for a while. Maybe we should start stretching out some episodes, and we can throw in more episodes that we wanted to do and like that people are requesting that we didn't plan on doing. And that's kind of how Death Battle evolved. But the original matchups, I think most of them we've done at this point.
But I think that's what he wants to know. Like, what were the ones where, like, so you originally had sat down and, like, planned the matchups that are important to you. And then when it was like, oh, we're going to have another person, like, and I was going to get involved with the show, then we sat down and talked, and we were like, ooh, what can we do? You know, and then we just kind of brainstormed a bunch of stuff. And He-Man vs. Lino was one we talked about.
Yes.
Um,
That one was originally going to be in like
I know
the
one
second
that
season.
hasn't
Ended up
been
being-
done.
Well, we can't spoil that.
Yeah.
well, but who knows when it's going to happen.
Well, we actually talked about doing it soon.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't even know what
Is
you're
it a
talking.
movie that's came out recently that might have involved the character a little bit?
All right. I mean, yes, Galactus versus Unicron
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
one that we've always talked about, and that was
Yeah.
definitely an episode that we've always planned on doing at some point because everybody wants to see that. I figured we could probably hold off on that one just because the demand probably wouldn't be as high if like Unicron wasn't a character in movies at the time or things like that.
But believe it or not, Sam, that wasn't one that we originally put down. That was one.
That was one that was requested.
Yep, that one was the thing that took the place of Goku versus Superman. So Goku versus for requests. So when before
Yeah,
we
but
did
it was
Goku
very
versus-
highly requested before Goku versus Superman.
It
But
was,
after
but
that.
after
It was our
Goku-
#1 request
Exactly.
for a long time.
And so then we're like, and we've told people this before on a panel, like we will do it.
Yeah.
We will.
It's just such a big matchup that we're not going to. There's just so much that's going to have to go into that we don't want to just insert it like into any point in our season, like in our production.
Yeah.
We got to dedicate a lot of time to it. So it's got, and we want to do it right.
It'll be a finale.
Yeah.
It will.
Probably, yeah.
There's also things like concepts that we've always talked about doing, like a one that is like mainly a race that I've always really wanted to do. We have one coming up that I always wanted to do, which is fun too. Like so, there's a lot of things.
All these
There's like-
vague hints.
I know, really, yeah. But
Well,
let's just rattle off some of those like we knew we were gonna do. So He-Man vs. Lino, Megazord vs. Voltron, Mario vs. Sonic, Goku vs. Superman. Man,
God,
of course, Samus vs. Boba Fett because that was the very first
Yeah.
episode.
I mean, a lot of the ones in the first 10 episodes, Kratos versus Spawn, although that did kind of come up later.
Yeah.
As we were producing Akuma versus Shang Tsung.
Hagar versus Geef, Craig actually suggested.
He suggested it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know if that would be very like popular if people really want to see it, but I saw it enough times in the comments that I thought, I think that was the first really big like time when Death Battle, when we looked at suggestions in the comments and thought, oh, people do want to see this. Let's make this happen. Because I remember when we made the teaser for the announcement for that matchup at the end of Goomba versus Koopa, it says something like, based on your suggestions, here's the next episode, Zangief versus Hagar, because that's what it was.
Yep.
And that's when we really started kind of digging into, oh, let's get all these like matchups that people want to see. And I think Kratos vs. Spawn came from that. That wasn't originally going to be episode 10, but it was.
That came because I was just like, I love Spawn.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about you wanted Spawn in the
fight
show,
somebody.
and I had never watched the cartoon before. And I thought, we need to find somebody for Spawn because that sounds awesome. And I was looking through the comments, and Kratos versus Spawn was requested a lot. Like that's the early days of Death Battle. It was just kind of like all over the place. Like, what do people want to see? You can check the comments. Oh, we want to do this. They want to do this. Let's just mash it together. Well, let's figure out this show. There was a lot of experimenting.
Dude,
going on.
it's crazy. It seems so long ago too.
It does. Like that's why I can't
Like-
remember half the shit we did back then. Like we're almost at episode 80 now. So whenever somebody's like talks about the Death
In
Battle
this one
series-
episode, you said this, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, come on.
Like, I gotta pull up a list of episodes we've done at this point to remember all of them. If I really like sat down and tried, I could probably list them all off.
Yeah, I mean, it was
But-
already going whenever I started in like 2011 or 12. Like it's like 7 years old now, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just over 7 years old at this point.
That's crazy.
It started in
It's so-
December of 2011, December of 2010. Yes. Yes.
Something.
So we're coming up on 7 years.
It's changed a lot.
God, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's a good question, man. The frank answer is I don't remember the entire list of the original.
Do you still have that doc?
10?
That was on your Mac.
No, my
was like a
Mac
million
died
years
when
ago.
I was
Yeah.
at an RTX.
That's right.
And a lot of stuff got lost from that, including the list. of
Otherwise, he
and
would.
stuff.
We had
We tried to recover that hard drive.
Yeah,
Ended up
neither
cussing
one.
a bunch of money for absolutely nothing.
I got
never
some of
got.
it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not everything. We had to rebuild Godzilla versus Gamera because of that.
Yep.
Um,
That was awful.
Oh, really? That was
Yep.
around that time?
Yep.
That's when yours truly came onto the scene.
Yep.
Yep.
Things
Then
have
we're
changed
like,
a lot
maybe
even
we
since
should hire
then.
this guy.
Yeah, things have changed a lot even since then.
Cool.
So yeah,
All right, next question. Charles Noyes. Maybe? No, yes?
Noyes.
All right.
Noise.
Who wins in a battle of the bands? Wild Stallions, Spinal Tap, or Death Clock? Interesting. All right.
Oh my God.
Death Clock.
I mean, this is a battle of the bands, so no like fighting each other allowed. So
Wait,
from a
which one
music
is the one that
standpoint-
like saved the universe or whatever?
Wild Stallions?
Stallions.
So Rufus goes back in time to make sure
But
that
not
Bill
really.
and Ted like actually are on the right path so that they can go through and form up the band because it becomes like the universal music for all and brings like peace and
I mean,
harmony
I
to
think that
everybody.
wins right there.
Well,
Right.
no, Death,
Death
Clock,
Clock
their
is essentially
music.
the same thing.
Yeah, their music like
It's just more metal.
takes over people's minds and they can pretty much control people with their music. Not
The
What does
entire
Spinal Tap have?
world is based on Spinal Tap's garbage.
Spinal
A
Tap-
documentary with funny stuff, and then this one
A
goes
dead
to
drummer.
11.
Yeah, they got a meme.
Yep.
They're out of the running.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Wild Stallions just because
Death Clock.
Death Clock.
Bill and Ted nostalgia.
Oh,
Death
they
Clock.
got
Death
it
Clock
dead
is
even.
like so they
Man,
Death Clock.
they
They
have
own
to
the
fight
economy,
Satan
like-
by just putting on a show. It's crazy.
Yeah, they've slayed like
on, Sam.
massive demons with just music.
They've ended like world
Yeah,
peace
but this is
and
a battle of
caused
bands.
world war.
It's not about who they've killed or whatever. It's about whose music is better.
He just gave like a weird reality transcendent.
Their music was so good it brought in like the collective
Yeah.
universe together. So
And
now I'm
Death
gonna
Clock's
go-
music was so metal it fucked people up and brought them together.
Yeah, the entire Death Clock world. is
Bill and
put
Ted
together.
tour minis, peace achieved is what comes up.
There we go.
Yeah,
See?
And then
There you
Death
go.
Clock destroys
Look.
that piece.
I'm saying Bill and Ted.
Yep.
Death Clock.
Death Clock.
All right.
Sorry,
be the
you're at a
community battle.
standstill. We need an odd number of people on this cast.
That's the
We
community.
need like a
battle.
fifth person.
Oh, that's okay. I'll give him that. Death
Yeah.
Clock TikTok does have actual music that you can go and listen to.
Remember when they ate
Thanks, Austin.
so many popsicles?
So Austin, are you siding with Death Clock?
Yeah, I mean, I understand
Okay.
that, but it's the fictional universe.
Nope, shut up.
together.
Austin was our tiebreaker.
God damn it.
Broken. Death Clock wins.
Unless
Eat
we bring
it,
all
nerds.
broadcasts into it.
It's true. And
They
they
already
seem
know.
to, like, I'm watching them right now. They got their screen still shared, and they're, like, Googling Bill and Ted so hard right now. I think they're about to
But you
buy
do
it
have
on
the
Amazon.
soundtrack. I mean,
Yeah, there is a soundtrack, but I don't know if it's, I think that's just the music they used in Bill and Ted's and not necessarily the Wild Stallions music.
okay.
There you go.
Let's see.
It comes in vinyl, apparently.
Soundtrack.
Nice.
That's the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Not the
Close
same.
enough.
That is the
Not the, no,
soundtrack.
that
is
has
the
songs
soundtrack.
from other bands that are not Bill and Ted.
Hey guys, real quick though, can I spotlight something here? The audio CD is $5.99. You can still buy a cassette.
Is
And
that
it's
$29?
$30.
For $45.
Okay, yeah, that's because it's memorabilia at that point.
Like
Yeah.
the new one is $45.
I just want to say this right now. Has anyone ever, in your time on Amazon, seen a cassette as an
Yeah.
option? You have? I haven't.
I haven't.
Not that I remember, but
It'll take us back in time, which is very appropriate. So there we go.
That's good.
So yeah, Death Clock.
okay. I
wins.
guess Death Clock
I guess
wins.
Death Clock wins because Austin sucks.
Mini community
That's
battle
'cause
right
you
there,
suck.
sort of. Okay, let's get to the last question.
Why do you want to eat Mog Slothman
He's
from
fucking-
Cross Hatfield?
These look delicious.
I mean, I figured that sloths are pretty slow. So, you know,
So you just want to eat them because he
kind of
can't
like, it's
defend
kind of like
himself?
veal. No, like, you know.
Veal?
Yeah, you lock them up, they don't move their muscles that much.
I don't think
so.
it's that you want to
Ugh.
eat Mog. It's the fact that it's you just have to if he doesn't sell enough shirts. So
That's
buy more shirts.
I don't think a sloth is going to taste all that.
Like that shirt. Buy that shirt at RTX first.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Go to RTX.
Are you
buy a
grabbing your
shirt.
nipples?
Could you get sloth? Could you get sloth?
It's for sale right now?
no, there's a sale going on
no, I
right
was like,
now.
yeah. So just a heads up, there is a huge clearance sale going on the Rooster Teeth store. There's tons of stuff. We have
Like up to
some
70%
Screw
off.
Attack
It's
merchandise
crazy.
and some Death Battle merchandise in there. So like the
Mog
gray-
Slothman would be happy if you bought it.
And then we wouldn't have to eat them.
maybe
Do they
you can save a
serve
sloth.
sloth? No one answered me. Like, can you get sloth?
Somewhere you can. I'm
I
sure.
guarantee you can get sloth. By the way, did anyone else notice that Twisted Root is like starting to push the boundaries of like exotic
Oh, yeah.
meat and like what's acceptable?
I haven't been in like a couple months. Like usually it's like they got like ostrich and like some stuff like
Dude,
this.
they keep going.
Wild.
Like every time I'm there, I'm like, that's a
The
new
ostrich is pretty
animal.
good.
Like,
Yeah.
it gets past the point of like, cause like bison burgers are a thing, right? So like,
Yeah.
they of course they offer bison, right? And it's like, all right, I understand that, but then yeah, they get to like ostrich. And I'm
What's
like,
wrong with
all
the
right,
ostrich?
I've heard of some of that. No, I've heard of.
Okay,
getting you.
we keep going.
But then they're like beaver,
Oh.
and I'm like, what?
Kenny had some of that. It was good.
No,
you had
God,
some of that.
The joke's there.
Okay. Hey guys, there's actually 2 more things that we have to check out.
Okay.
Some fan art's coming.
Yay.
I haven't seen this yet, but apparently there's something to see. So let's check it out.
Bravo,
This
man.
is great.
Thank you.
Can we
very much.
swap the preview monitor right now? We can only see it way over there, not here.
Way to break
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
immersion, Chad.
That's dope. Yeah, I like that.
Dude, okay, this came in
I
on
can't see
Twitter, and it's unbelievably awesome.
Yeah, I seen this. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It is the like old-timey, like
It's like Cuphead.
Mickey Mouse Disney style.
Oh, this one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so cool. Like, so unbelievably awesome. I love the whiz and boomstick, the way they captured
Yeah,
it, and
it looks
just the
great.
fact that we're in like a little lab, and I love there's a little. So it looks like a chicken for poultry science for a second, and then
Yeah, from Kid Cartridge. That's
Yep.
awesome.
really, really, really cool.
I love it.
Thank you so much. Like, this is one of my favorite pieces of fan art of all time. The guy did such a good job.
Yeah. And I think there's another one too.
Really?
Yeah. Fan art number 2. That's from
Oh,
the
that's
same
right.
guy.
Yeah, that's right. Because and then he's still alive, and this was inspired by one of the cast videos a couple weekends back for Boomstick's favorite food/drink. Beer is just liquid bread. It's true. Dude, look
good.
at the chest hair Boomstick's
I
got
like it.
going
It's
on
like
there
super
too.
curly.
I also look like he seems to be somehow crushing a glass of beer, which is really impressive.
It takes some skill.
Not shattering, crushing.
Kid Cartridge, you're our favorite.
Yeah, that was
Best.
wonderful, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
You're a very talented
that was
artist.
great. Okay, we need a community death battle to end this show off.
Bash the Stampede.
Okay.
All right. Well, I
Because
mean,
we talked about it.
his name was mentioned at one point, yes?
Versus the SNES Mini.
No! Stop!
Bash the Stampede versus a T-Rex.
How about,
Just
how
as a
about,
cowboy.
how about we just do a real one and say Vash versus Spike Spiegel? Because they're very good. They're kind of same genre. It's cool. They have
Who's Spike
guns.
from Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the end of Trigun?
Yeah. Did you ever watch the end of Cowboy
You
Bebop?
just got like a
Yeah,
ragdoll.
you compared a guy who fought a guy with a handgun with a sword and a goddamn alien that blew a hole in the moon.
How about like Virgil?
Yeah, but all you gotta do is step out the fucking way.
Vash moves.
Step out the way.
Vash moves at the speed of light.
Oh, if
Okay.
only I had known. The moon laser, all I gotta do is this. I'm safe.
And then he gets two of them, so it's double moon blows. What the fuck?
I think I've seen requests
Pick
for
someone else, then.
Bash versus Virgil. I think I've seen
Yeah.
that before.
Okay.
Virgil.
Torian.
Yeah.
Oh, Torian's like the keeper
Devil May Cry?
of the anime fights.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
ragdoll, what the fuck, Sam? And then you, Virgil, he's like, okay.
Okay, you approve?
He did.
You approve?
No, it's fine, but that was just like a stretch. That was,
Yeah.
it was a guy with
But-
a handgun
yeah,
who knows
but Vash
karate.
can still be shot and killed.
If he wants to be, whenever he doesn't want to get hit, he doesn't get hit. You know this. You watch the show.
Yeah, but still. He just seems like such a pushover in comparison.
It's like, well, it's
Spike
the
is a win.
morality
But that's
thing, right?
you're remembering, you're
personality,
remembering
maybe.
early Trigun because that's the first
Yeah.
like 50 to 70% is like Vash is this carefree dude.
Yeah, he doesn't wanna kill
want conflict.
anybody,
He's kind of
just
timid,
kinda-
yada yada. And then they
when he
just
puts
like
the fucking sunglasses on.
right, and then you hit the cliff at the end. It's just like. Bet you didn't know that this like silly wacky antics show is about to get real fucking sad and
super
serious.
alien.
Like yeah, and like really hardcore.
Destroying cities.
Okay, I think we're gonna go with Vash the Stampede versus Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Great.
Cool.
Sound good? Sound good? Everybody
Yeah,
approve?
sure.
All right, you can send in your answers
In a
too.
cooking contest. Surprise twist! Because apparently that's what we do.
That's more interesting.
No, do not
Yeah, it
actually do
is.
that, please.
In a
Please
in
don't.
a in a tournament with the
Master
mini
Chef?
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, go back in time. It's the Wizard, and they're at the
I was
competition.
gonna say that.
All right, Bash
forget it.
versus Virgil. You can send in your
In a
answers.
fight to the death.
with the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. If you've got some evidence to support your answer, we'd love to see it. Scans, anything like that, and then we will take those and figure out a winner next time. Not next week, because we'll have.
We're at RTX.
We'll be at RTX, and it's not going to be a Death Battle Cast next week. But the week after, we will be back, and we will figure out who's going to win this. Yeah, and if you're our first member and you're watching this,
Thanks.
First of all, thanks. And we also have a sudden death show. It's basically Death Battle Cast Extended, a first exclusive show that you can check out right now, or when is
If
when
you're
does it
watching
come
the
out?
archive,
Same time.
it comes out when this hits YouTube. So, with the new
Saturday?
schedule, that will be
I don't know our
Sunday.
schedule.
Sunday.
Sunday.
That day.
Sunday.
That one day. That's a pretty good day.
I'm just gonna start waving.
Yep.
Okay. So go check that out. Thank you. Bob.
Bye.